Real quick for you, Shady. Me and you were at the Cowboys camp. I think we all went to Cowboys camp, but I walked around with you earlier, and you would go to Cowboys fans, and you asked this question, and I loved it. He went to each fan, and he said this. If there was one player on the Cowboys, this is Shady, one player on the Cowboys, who was the one holding them back? And they would stop, they would scratch their head, they were thinking, Shady said, one player. Shady said, Dak Prescott. And they'd be like, you're not wrong. I didn't say that. They would say that. I would say you could do the same thing with Hurt.
Hey, what's up, YouTube and Cowboy Nation? I got a question for you guys. Now, if you notice, I started this video off with a clip of Shady McCoy and Emmanuel Acho saying they went to the Dallas Cowboy camp and they asked a lot of the fans at the camp, if you had to pick one player that was holding the Cowboys back, and a lot of them picked Dak Prescott. So basically they're saying that Dak Prescott is like the weakest link on the team. Is that the vibe around Cowboy Nation? Is Dak Prescott the weakest link on our team? Like I want you guys to put in the comment section, what's the weakest link of our team? What's the reason for our struggles? Is it Mike McCarthy? Is it defense as a whole or a unit? Or is it all just Dak Prescott? Or is it Dak Prescott in the offense? I really want to know. I really want to know. Because I have a lot of people in my comment section steadily telling me Dak is ass. We need to cut him, let him go, give Lance a try. Like, I really want to know what the vibe and what would you guys do? If you was the owner, if you were Jerry Jones and the decision was yours, what would you do with Dak Prescott? Do you put all the blame on Dak Prescott? Or is it we need to fix certain things in the defense, the coaching, offensive line? Like, who's to blame for some of our struggles lately? And that's why I started this video off with that clip. Because I really want to know the answer to that. So put that in the comment section. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to show you a clip of Ryan Clark. And I'm going to let him give you his opinion on the play of Dak Prescott and what happened in Sunday's game against the Miami Dolphins. Then we're going to come back and chop it up. Check it out.
Listen, when Dak Prescott takes this hour and a half long drive down, they take the lead. You have the lead. Your defense can't be any fresher. Fourth quarter, they can't be any fresher. It's time to close the game out. Micah Parsons, Armstrong, you name it. Go all the way across the board. Somebody's got to close this game out. Doesn't happen. Miami drives it all the way down. You saw it. Closes out on that 2-yard run to get it to be able to wind the whole thing down. They got to figure, when it's a must-have, they don't have it, and that's the problem.
That was Jeff Saturday speaking right there. He was basically saying, like, Dak Prescott put the team in a position to win the game. This game reminded me of the Seattle game. He did the exact same thing. The only difference is the defense got a stop in the Seattle game, and they couldn't get a stop in the Miami game. That was the only difference. But even though I'm not going to blame Dak Prescott, I'm not really going to blame the defense either. The defense held one of the most high-scoring offenses to, like, 4 or 5 field goals, maybe. Like, they couldn't have played a better game. They could have got some key stops, but I wouldn't give them like a F game or like, I don't blame the defense, and I don't blame Dak Prescott neither. I blame the whole team as a whole. And if I was going to blame somebody that get the biggest piece of the pie, it'd be Mike McCarthy. CeeDee Lamb balling in the first half. He eating all first half. Then in the second half, it seemed like they just go away from me until the last drive. So if anybody gonna get some blame, I'm gonna blame Mike McCarthy. I'm not gonna blame the defense, and I'm sure not gonna blame Dak Prescott. But that was Jeff Saturday. Now I'm gonna let you listen to Ryan Clark and give his opinion. Check it out.
Greeny, also, too, I want you to do the same thing you were doing for Josh Allen a few weeks ago. You were jumping around. You were doing memorandums. What's the word? Down barrel. Right? Barrel. Everything you could possibly do to say that Josh Allen did all he could to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what you should be doing for Dak Prescott. That drive was his MVP drive, as Jeff already said. And when you look at what Dak was able to do in that moment to put a team up that's supposed to be best defensively when they have a lead.
All right, YouTube. Now, that was Ryan Clark. So you heard Jeff Saturday's opinion. You heard Ryan Clark's opinion. So again, what would you guys do with Dak Prescott? Because I know a lot of you guys don't like him. So what would you do with him? Would you cut him? Put in the comment section what you would do. I would like to know. I would really like to know. Because right now, I feel like we're there. We're right there. We just got to tweak a few things. And we in there. We in there. We had a good season. We got 2 games left, I believe. Got the Lions and then the Commanders. And I think we'll win both those games. So what would you guys do? And I'm going to show you one more clip real quick. And then we're going to wrap this up. Y'all check this out. Now, how's that Dak fault? He handed the ball off to Pollard. He can't dive in the end zone. He can't run to the corner of the pylon, try to beat the man to the pylon. How's that Dak fault? Next play, they give it to the fullback. He fumbled. How's that Dak fault? Dak just marched them all the way down the field. That's the reason we took the ball first, to get a touchdown, to get up so our defense can hunt. Dak go down the field. Tony Pollard don't get in the end zone. Next play, the fullback fumble. How's that Dak fault? Check it out. Now that pass right there, perfectly placed ball. CD didn't even have to break stride. Went straight to the house. Now that was Dak's fault. Fourth quarter, money on the line. Dak balling. Game-winning drive. This is a must-have. A lot of you people in my comment section telling me Dak a choke artist. Where he choke at? First play was a 4th and 2. You got to have it. Dak on a run. Dot to CD. Few plays later, they draped all over him. Big Ben style. He going to the ground. Still throw a completion. Balling. Where he choke at? Where he choke at? Then he finishes it off. He finishes it off with a supposed to be game-winning touchdown. The defense just didn't hold up. And I still don't blame the defense. They held a high-powering offense to mostly field goals. We just lost. Sometimes you just lost. That's it. No need for us to make excuses and no need for us to point the finger at Dak or the coaching or the defense. I think it was a lot of things, if you ask me. One of the main things I think it was somewhat the defense though. But it wasn't the defense on the field, it was the defense up in the box, the coach. You know they're trying to get in field goal range, but the cornerbacks is playing 10, 15 yards off. I would rather let them score a touchdown. At least we can get the ball back and try to score. You know they milking the clock down. So a lot of this come to coaching. But Dak Prescott, I don't see how this is his fault. He didn't throw no interceptions, no fumbles. So again, YouTube, Dallas Cowboy Nation, put in the comment section, please answer my question. Is Dak holding us down? Is he the one holding us back from getting to an NFC Championship game or possibly getting to a Super Bowl? Is Dak Prescott the one that's holding this team back? And if your answer is yes, what would you do? Would you cut him? You can't trade him. I think he has a no trade clause. So what would you do? Would you go to Trey Lance? I really want to know. I really want to know. And until the next one, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully you jumped in that comment section. Peace.